Not every attack is loud. Some people won't confront you directly, but they will use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or gossip to undermine you. These hidden attacks can shake your confidence and test your patience. So, how do you handle them without losing your composure? The Stoics had the answer. Let's break it down. Imagine this. You're in a meeting, sharing an idea you've worked hard on. Suddenly, a colleague smirks and says, "Oh, wow, that's ambitious." Hopefully, it actually works this time. The room goes silent. They didn't openly insult you, but the message is clear. They're undermining you, subtly questioning your abilities. You feel the urge to defend yourself, maybe even fire back, but deep down, you know that's exactly what they want. This is an indirect attack, a passive-aggressive jab designed to make you doubt yourself, lose your temper, or react emotionally. The Stoics faced these silent battles every day, yet they remained unshaken. How? They mastered the art of handling these attacks with wisdom, not emotion. If you've ever dealt with subtle criticism or passive-aggressive behavior, this video will give you the mindset and tools to rise above. Stay till the end for practical Stoic strategies you can use right away. Number 1. Spot indirect attacks early. Not every attack is obvious. Some people won't insult you outright, but they'll use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or subtle digs to make you feel small. They might say, "Oh, you're trying that again? That's bold," pretending to be supportive while actually undermining you. Others spread rumors or leave you out on purpose, making sure their actions look innocent on the surface. Marcus Aurelius dealt with this constantly. As emperor, many senators acted loyal to his face, but secretly plotted against him. He didn't waste time worrying about their words. Instead, he focused on what he could control, his own actions. He wrote, "You always have the option of having no opinion. This means you don't have to react to everything thrown your way." Why do people do this? Usually, it's out of jealousy, insecurity, or a need for control. But the important thing is this. Once you recognize these attacks for what they are, they lose their power over you. You stop taking them personally, and instead of feeling hurt or defensive, you see them as a reflection of the other person, not a reflection of you. Number 2, don't take it personally. Indirect attacks only hurt if you let them. People use passive-aggressive behavior to get a reaction out of you. If you take the bait, they win. But if you don't let it get to you, they lose their power over you. Most of the pain comes from how we think about the situation, not the situation itself. Take Cato, a Stoic philosopher and politician. He was known for his honesty, which made a lot of people uncomfortable. His enemies couldn't openly attack him, so they mocked his simple clothes and lifestyle. One senator laughed at his worn-out toga, suggesting he wasn't fit for leadership. Cato didn't get angry. He simply said, "I'd rather people ask why I have so little than why I have so much." His calm response turned the insult into a statement of character. So when someone makes a passive-aggressive remark, pause and ask yourself, does this really affect me, or is it just noise? If their words contain truth, use them to improve. If they don't, let them go. Just because someone throws an insult at you doesn't mean you have to carry it. When you stop taking things personally, you don't just protect your peace, you take back control. And that's real power. Number 3, pause before you react. Your first instinct when facing an indirect attack might be to fire back, defend yourself, or prove them wrong. But that's exactly what they want, to pull you into their game. The moment you react emotionally, they win. That's why the most powerful thing you can do is pause. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught that our power lies in how we choose to respond. He said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. In other words, no one can make you react unless you let them. When someone takes a passive-aggressive jab at you, try this. Take a deep breath, count to 3, and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most of the time, it's not. A pause gives you control. Instead of getting dragged into unnecessary drama, you stay composed. And when you stay calm, you make the other person look foolish for trying to get under your skin. Number 4, respond with calm confidence. Some indirect attacks don't deserve a response at all. Ignoring them is often the best move because it takes away the attacker's power. But if you do need to respond, do it with calm confidence, not anger. A great technique is to ask a simple, direct question like, did you mean it that way? Or what do you mean by that? This forces the person to either explain themselves or backpedal. Most passive-aggressive people aren't expecting to be called out in a composed way, so they get uncomfortable and lose their grip on the situation. Marcus Aurelius mastered this in his reign as emperor. Instead of reacting to his critics, he would ask questions and stay calm, making them expose their own weaknesses. He believed in leading with reason, not emotion. He wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. That means you don't stoop to their level. You stay in control. The key here is to never let them see you sweat. When you respond calmly and confidently, you show that their words don't affect you, and that makes them powerless over you." Number 5, don't let their words get in your head. Words only have power if you believe them. If someone makes a passive-aggressive remark about you, it only hurts if you take it to heart. But here's a secret. Most of the time, these attacks come from someone's own insecurity, not from any real truth about you. The Stoics had a powerful mindset. If a criticism is true, use it to improve. If it's false, ignore it. Simple as that. Think about a time when someone insulted you. Did their words actually change who you are? No. You remain the same person before and after the comment. So, why give their words space in your mind? When you learn to filter out useless negativity, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. A great exercise is this. Whenever someone tries to get in your head, ask yourself, would I care about this in 5 years? If the answer is no, let it go. Number 6, set boundaries or walk away. Not every battle is worth fighting. If someone keeps making passive-aggressive comments or undermining you, it might be time to set boundaries or cut them off completely. Seneca, one of the most influential Stoics, advised choosing your company wisely. He said, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. In other words, spend time with people who bring out the best in you, not those who drain you. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, you don't have to argue with them. You don't have to explain yourself. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. Distance yourself from toxic people. Protect your peace. And remember, you don't owe anyone your energy, especially not those who try to tear you down in subtle ways. Number 7, master the art of detachment. One of the greatest skills you can develop is emotional detachment, the ability to observe without absorbing. Stoicism teaches that we suffer not because of what happens to us, but because of how we interpret it. If you can train yourself to see indirect attacks as nothing more than noise, they will no longer affect you. Epictetus put it perfectly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Imagine someone throws a passive-aggressive remark your way. Instead of feeling hurt or annoyed, What if you just saw it as a passing cloud in the sky? Their words come and go, but they don't define you. You remain untouched. A practical way to practice detachment is to mentally zoom out. Picture yourself as an observer watching the situation from a distance. In the grand scheme of your life, does this small moment really matter? Probably not. By removing your emotional attachment, you keep your power, and nothing they say can bring you down. Number 8, strengthen your inner confidence. Indirect attacks work best on people who are unsure of themselves. That's why one of the best ways to handle them is to build unshakable confidence. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way that makes you immune to others' opinions. When you know who you are, no passive-aggressive remark can make you question yourself. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, if you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it. If you don't see yourself the way your attacker does, their words won't sting. A great exercise to boost confidence is to write down a list of things you know to be true about yourself. Your strengths, your values, your accomplishments. The next time someone tries to undermine you, remind yourself, their words don't change who I am. When you deeply believe in yourself, nothing they say can shake you. Number 9, know when to address it directly. Sometimes, indirect attacks become a pattern, and ignoring them isn't enough. If someone continuously tries to undermine you, whether it's a coworker, a friend, or a family member, you might need to address it directly. But here's the key. Do it without emotion and without aggression. The Stoics were masters of direct but controlled confrontation. Instead of accusing someone or getting defensive, try using a calm but firm approach. For example, if a coworker keeps making passive-aggressive remarks in meetings, you can say, I've noticed you often make comments about my work. If there's something you'd like to discuss directly, I'd be happy to talk. This puts the responsibility back on them. They either have to explain themselves or stop altogether. Most passive-aggressive people don't want confrontation. They rely on being sneaky. When you call them out calmly, they often back off. Number 10, led by example. The best way to rise above indirect attacks is to never become the person who uses them. The world is full of people who tear others down with subtle jabs, gossip, and manipulation. But real strength is in lifting others up. Seneca said, the greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. When you are truly secure in yourself, you don't need to engage in games or put others down to feel powerful. You move with quiet confidence, knowing that your actions speak louder than words. If you want to be respected, be the person who doesn't engage in drama, who doesn't waste energy on petty people, who stays focused on their own path, unfazed by the noise. Because at the end of the day, indirect attacks only work if you let them. But when you operate from a place of wisdom and strength, no one can shake your peace. Indirect attacks are everywhere. In the workplace, in relationships, even in social settings. But they don't have to control you. By spotting them early, refusing to take them personally, staying calm, setting boundaries, and leading by example, you take back your power. The Stoics didn't waste time worrying about what others thought of them. They focused on what truly mattered. Building character, staying strong, and living with purpose. And that's exactly what you can do. If this video helped you, like and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom to navigate life with strength and clarity. And let me know in the comments, what's one way you handle passive-aggressive people?